the one, the only, Ben Sion. Good evening and welcome to Yeshiva YouTube Daily Double as we start the 7th parak of Maseches Yoma, Mishna Aleph and Beis. Let's start parak Zion. Hope you all had a good Shabbos. Hope it was restful and peaceful. Parak Zion starts off Aleph. Balo Kohen Gadol Likros. At this point, the Kohen Gadol's up to the point where he reads from the Torah. And Ratza Likros, the big day boots, Koreh. He's now presently wearing the white clothes, which he wore Lifnai V'Lifnim. If he wants to read in those clothes, he can. I mean, we'll have Koreh Be'etzlis Love and Mishalot. He can bring his own white cloak that he has, that he bought with his own money. But this is not part of the Avoda. The Kriya Satorah is not part of the Avoda. Chazan HaKnesses Notel Sefer Torah V'Nosel Rosh HaKnesses. The Gabbai, who's in charge of, I guess, the minyan in the Beis HaMikdash, he gives it to the president. Rosh HaKnesses Nosel L'Skan, and the Rosh HaKnesses gives it to the deputy Kohen Gadol. V'Askan Nosno L'Kohen Gadol. The deputy Kohen Gadol gives it to the Kohen Gadol. Kohen Gadol Omer Makabel. He stands up and he accepts the Sefer Torah. Korah Acharei Mos V'Ach Be'Esor. He reads Acharei Mos, which talks about the Avoda on Yom Kippur, and then he skips the Parshas Emor, Ach Be'Esor, the Golol Sefer Torah, at which point he rolls up the Sefer Torah, Minicho Mecheko, and leaves it in his lap. But Omer, Yoser Mashikarasu Lefnechem Kosov Khan. Because he skipped in the Torah, people might think that Parshas Emor follows right after Acharei Mos, when in fact there's Kedoshim in between. So therefore he had to let people know there's really more stuff in there. And then he skips about Midbar. But the point is, since the Midbar is far away from Vayikra, it's a whole sefer away, so it's considered a tircha de tzibura to roll the Sefer Torah. So therefore, even though really you're not supposed to read what's written in the Torah Baal Peh, in this instance it was allowed. And after he finishes Kriyas Torah, he makes Shmona brachos, 8 brachos al Torah, right? The first birchas Torah, which normally you make after Kriyas Torah. Val Avoda and Val Ahoda. I'm thanking Hashem Mechilas Avon for giving the sin on Yom Kippur, Val Mikdash and the base of Mikdash, Val Yisrael, Val Yishalayim, Val Kohanim Ibn Asman, and the Kohanim Val Shar Tefillah, and then he ends off with Shomei Tefillah. Beis Haroa Kohen Gadol Kshu Koreh Eno Roa Par B'Sar and Israfim. Like mentioned in Parak Vav, and in Parak Vav, at this point, the time that he's reading, he sends a shliach to go burn the par and the sawyer, which are burned outside the walls of the Beis HaMikdash, and they happen at the exact same time. So the person who's watching Kohen Gadol would never be able to see the person burning the par v'sawyer. Roa par v'sawyer and Israfim eno roa Kohen Gadol Kshu Koreh. V'lo b'nei she'eno rashai. Elishai said derech kolko melecha shnei and shavak achas. The Mishnah feels it's important to tell you it's not that you're not, if you're watching one, you're not allowed to leave it, right? Some people think, oh, he's watching the Kohen Gadol, he can't leave and go to the par v'sawyer. And you hear the beginning of the Kohen Gadol reading, and you'll see the end of the par and sawyer being burnt. That's not the case, as Raja Bartonura explains, that even though there's a klal that ain't over all mitzvahs, it only applies to people doing the mitzvahs. People who watch the mitzvahs, it's not a violation of over all mitzvahs. It's just happened to be, they happened at the same time. They didn't take a long time. So if you're at one place, you can't dance at two weddings at the same time. I hope you enjoyed today's share. Stay tuned for Iyum Etzion, where I discuss in greater detail, because it seems by Hilchos Kriyas Megillah that there is an idea of the people who watch is called Rov Am Hadros Melech. The more people that watch is considered part of the mitzvah itself by Mikra Megillah. Therefore, if you have one shul where more people are and a smaller shul, it's better to go to the bigger shul for a Kriyas Megillah because Rov Am Hadros Melech. Why don't we say the same thing Rov Am Hadros Melech applies over here? And there should be a problem ain't over in all mitzvahs. We'll talk about that. Iyum Etzion coming up next.